everybody. Attention, please. Hello. Can everybody hear me all right? That corner? Yeah? This corner? Good? You can hear me? Great. So the head table has sat down already. So welcome everyone to Weston Daniel Mah's Red Egg and Ginger Banquet. My name is Meg, and I have known the parents of Weston for since our days in college when we were in Berkeley. Today I'm very honored to serve as the MC for this joyous occasion. Also I'd like to note that this is my first time MCing, so throwing rotten eggs and tomatoes at the MC is strictly prohibited. But yeah, so let's begin with a little bit of introductions. Shall we? So, will the parents of Weston please stand up? All right. As you can see, we have the beautiful, lovely Jacalyn, and then the super duper awesome Eric Mah. Congratulations to you both on giving birth to such an adorable baby, Weston, and that so that we can all come here to celebrate in his name. And at this time, I would also like to introduce the grandparents, both sets of grandparents. So let's begin with Eric's side. Danny Mah and Wenna Mah. And then from Jacalyn's side, we have Jackson, Yuan, and where is Lynn? So we all know how much grandparents love to spoil their grandchildren, right? So to the grandparents, I'm sure your grandson will have a grand time with amazing grandparents like you all. Congratulations. Okay, and I'm sure many of you have wondered or are wondering what's up with those red eggs and the ginger business. What's up to do with babies? If you haven't Googled already, I'm going to share a little background. In the Chinese culture, it's quite important to celebrate a baby's first month birthday or a 100th-day birthday. And in our case, we've chosen 100-day birthday to celebrate because it's also rhymes with longevity in Chinese. So this date was chosen for good luck. And there's a lot of symbolism involved. As you can see, there are some eggs in the basket over there and ginger. Now the eggs symbolize fertility and the renewal of life. And they're not your, you notice that these are not your usual Easter egg variety, the pastel colors. These are dyed bright red, so it's also for happiness and good luck. Like this, you can never have too much luck, right? And as for the ginger, it represents the mother. The ginger is a hot and spicy food, and it brings a bit of yang to this yin and yang balance of the traditional Chinese food. And the infant's mother is thought to need this additional yang replenishment after giving birth because it's such a tiring process. And before the banquet, Jacalyn has assured me that she has replenished her yang plenty by eating tons of ginger with pig's feet cooked in rice vinegar. All right. This sounds very interesting. Jacalyn, do we have this item on the menu today? No, darn it. But regardless, we'll still have a very delicious 10-course meal. I believe the service will begin very soon, and we will enjoy this lovely meal together for the next couple hours. Let's see. So while we're eating the 10-course meal, we'll have the program we'll place a little bit of trivia about Weston. So we have a few lovely ladies spreading around trying to pass out the sheet of trivia. And you should get a pen or pencil along with the trivia. Once you get it, work at your own pace. There are true or false questions and also multiple choice questions. You also notice on the sheet that there are 3 blank boxes. These are a great opportunity for you to write in your words of wisdom for Weston, for the parents, and for the grandparents. They will be reviewing those later, so I'm sure they will appreciate your suggestions for that. And after that, we'll have an open mic session, so I'll hand out my microphone. Eric, Jacalyn will be making some remarks to you guys all. And we'll also like to invite the guests up to say a few words publicly. Your thoughts? As for the drinks, many of you probably already know. You can order with the wait staff or at the bar over there. You can get things like wine, beer, juice, soda, and some well cocktails. And as for the vegetarians, you can order food a la carte on the menu from the wait staff. And all right, so once you fill out those trivia questions, please hold on to them for a little bit. I will come back later after the open mic session to announce the answers. Jacalyn, is there raffle prizes? There will be raffle prizes. Please answer them truthfully, to the best of ability, but do not cheat. And then I believe also at the end of the open mics, Eric and Jacalyn will be bringing baby Weston to each of the tables, so you can all have a chance to meet the new baby. All right, so I think that's it. We'll have the event closes at 3 p.m. And so before then, please enjoy the food and each other's company. There's a slideshow in the background playing, so check those out as well. And if any questions, come up to me and we'll try to coordinate that. All right, let's enjoy. Let's officially begin the food service, please.
All right, first of all, everyone, thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it. I know some of you have come very far. Some of them have come, north of the border from Canada. I know some has flown in from Shanghai. So we certainly appreciate it. Some have even crossed that nasty Bay Bridge. And I know that's a lot of traffic coming in from San Francisco. I just did that. So I actually am trying to talk and at the same time find where my speech is. So just kind of bear with me. Okay. So I promise I will get back to the regularly scheduled English program, but I am going to attempt to do this in my native Chinese tongue, and we'll see how that goes. All right. 我同阿洋洋好善氣，阿家來佢一齊慶祝我個多個100個月個 party， 好謝晒。個 BB 個名都係馬益強，依家係馬益強嘅，馬係我係老馬，佢個馬益強個伯公，我個爺爺到澳嚟澳屯海山來美國，嗰度馬益強都係嗌三愛個美國胡子馬堆。億嚟個億啊，係億元另外億，依家億元係我想好高 ，so 100唔夠，1000唔夠，10000日唔夠，到我數來數去對個都係億咯 ，so 佢係講億咯。OK， 強 ，right？ 億強，我想佢都樣好，佢開始行年時行好快。開始跑步年時，อยาก跑快呢；開始吃年時，อยาก吃飽。佢考試年時考捱熱，揾工年時揾對好個公司，揾顏值年時揾還烏呢，結婚年時還揾個好靚個女隊。生對女年時還生阿烏，對見有對年時係對好年，就我嗰外會對閃氣咯，就會帶晒來。So now I'm going to, in the English portion of this, for those who understood what I said earlier and still understand what I'm saying now, I think that's a very, very small subset actually of some of my family and maybe Billy Chen. But other than that, I don't think there's anybody else who's full, on both sides. But so I guess what I was saying at first, I'm not actually going to be saying the same thing because I don't really think it resonates as well. But I'm still going to be talking about his name. So Weston's Chinese name is in Cantonese Ma Yikyang, in Toisanwa Ma Yikyang, and in Mandarin Ma Yichang. Yichang. That's not my native tongue. So what does that actually translate to? That translates to horse 100 million strengths, right? So yeah, it's kind of weird, right? It's one thing it sounds a bit braggadocious, and then the other it sounds like it's some kind of animal husbandry thing, right? But trust me, it just sounds cooler in Chinese. So one of the funny stories is that I've actually been thinking about this name for years. So years before he was even born, I was like, yeah, I want this, and it was why this 100 million is an odd number, but it's just one of the units by which the Chinese people count up to, and it's above the 10,000. Back in China, 10,000 was the big number, right? So the Great Wall of China is the 10,000-mile wall. And then before, when the king came out, they would say, oh my God, live for 10,000 years, right? So that was eternity. But I wanted to up the ante even more. So we went with this 100 million thing, right? And that's why he is the 100 million strengths of I guess, the horse. And funny thing is, I was explaining the name to my mother-in-law. She said, who came up with this name? And I said, I did. She said, oh, of course. That's because you have limited vocabulary. I said, yes. She says, you realize there's no depth. There's not many layers of interpretation. There's nothing from poetry. And, like Laozi never talked about it. Confucius never talked about it. It's not in the Analects. It's just 100 million strengths of a horse. And I said, yeah, I know that. She said, kind of sounds like From the Village. I said, that's right. That's exactly me, From the Village. So we kept it and we went with it. So I guess the really last thing that I want to say on his name in particular, his name, again, is the horse, 100 million strengths. And, I know I'm going to be giving him a lot of advice in life. And one of those, I think is when he goes and starts, like mingling with the lady folk. One thing he can say, in his charming way is, my Chinese name is Horse of the 100 million strengths. And they're going to say, like, why is that cool? He's like, baby, because I got a lot of horsepower.
There's my wonderful husband. Well, I just want to echo what Eric said. Thank you so much for coming. I just think Weston is a really, really lucky boy to have all of you guys here today to celebrate him turning 100 days. First up, I will really have a shout out to my girlfriends for helping to set up the event, including the lovely MC Meg, as well as, yay, as well as my girlfriends, Limi, who is Weston's godmother, Wendy, as well as Sonia, and my cousin Tiffany for stepping in last minute too, so thank you for doing that. Also, I really want to thank my Weston's grandparents, including my in-laws, for always providing Weston with the latest fashion of clothes. They just keep on coming and coming, as well as all the wonderful toys. So really thank my in-laws for doing that. And also, as Meg mentioned, my parents have been cooking endless pots of different soups for me. So I think I have, each day is like chicken soup or beef tendon soup or pig's feet or fish soup. So that's why I think Weston's as handsome as he is right now. And anyway, so just really, again, thank you guys for coming. But lastly, I just have some advice or some words of wisdom as a new mother, too. I've been sharing a lot of my birth and labor story with my girlfriends, and then a lot of them have told me that it's been the best form of birth control ever. And I'm just, want to say that I want to make sure Weston has a lot of little friends to play with. So whatever I can to brighten the perspective of being a mother, I'll try to do that a little bit more. Because, end of day, when I look at Weston, I never thought I would love someone so much given so little time. I think I have said I love you more to Weston the past 100 days than I have done so with my husband over the past 10 years. So, but again, of course, I want to thank my husband too for always being the facilitator of fun in our relationship. So that's why I call him facilitator of fun, because I can honestly be in my fuzzy pajamas all day long, but Eric is always encouraging us to continue to go out to eat and to really keep the romance going in our relationship. And I'm not sure if some of you guys know too, but Eric and I have been keeping track of how many restaurants we've been to since we've been dating, and I think it's up to 1,200 restaurants in different countries and such. And I think Weston's already up to 20, so he's done pretty well for himself. Anyway, so again, thank you so much for coming, and I'll pass the mic back to Meg.
Thank you.
So open mic, right? If anyone wants to say anything, otherwise we do it.
Thank you for those nice speeches. Now we have an open mic session. Is anyone brave enough to come up here to share your thoughts, your stories with the family, and your words of wisdom publicly? We have a brave soul here. All right, let's welcome Mr. Mah.
First of all, welcome all you guys here. For those that don't know me, my name is Daniel Mah, and I'm the proud grandpa of Weston Daniel Mah. And of course, Daniel. I really like that middle name, Daniel. A little bit of background of our family. We're Toisan, so we basically speak Toisanwa. I know the different languages that we've been having. A little bit too close? How about now? Anyway, I just want to say, I want to welcome all you guys here tonight in celebration of Weston Daniel Mah's Red Egg Party. I'd love to go ahead and explain to you guys of how I'm so proud of Jacalyn and Eric, my son, in bringing such a beautiful child to this world, to our family. And I mean it to the bottom of my heart, I am so proud of you guys. You guys done a great job. Let's give a hand to them guys. I know right now my father, Banquet Mah, is not here with us today, but I know that he's probably looking from the skies, his spirit's with us. And to see my grandson, Weston Daniel Mah, in the presence, he is so proud. He's probably looking down from the heavens and saying, hey, we got another Loma Doi to carry on the legacy of the Daniel Mah, the Mah family. I really appreciate that. And I'm just saying, he's probably looking down in the heavens, and we're just so fortunate as far as our family goes. My dad, first generation Chinese, they come out, they work really hard, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, in order to have the American dream. And honestly, I can say rest assured, watching this next generation grow, and I'm sure other family members see it too, that our dream has come true. We're so proud of you guys, and we can just say, hey, this is the best. America's the best. Anyway, thank you. Cheers to Weston Mah. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ma, for that nice. Anybody else who would want to come up here to share a few words? I think we have the other grandpa here. All right. Welcome, Mr. Yuan.
首先就係歡迎各位來賓嚟參加我嘅外孫馬益強嘅百歲宴。我嘅外孫嘅六太叔公咧，佢哋一家就遠道從加拿大溫哥華嗰度趕嚟。七太叔公咧，佢哋全家都嚟埋。仲有咧馬家佢哋好多親戚，從 Stockton 啊，全國各地啊，咁都趕嚟。唔論佢哋係遠係近所有嘅親戚朋友，佢哋嚟呢度，佢哋祝賀嘅呢份心意先至係最珍貴嘅。係啱啱係100日之前咧。我哋就係雙馬臨門因為咧我外孫咧佢本身係姓馬啱好咧又係馬年嗰陣時候咧就嚟到人間所以嘅話咧我哋咧去年母親節嘅時候咧，我個女圓圓同埋女婿馬占三就送咗一份大禮俾佢媽媽。就係一張未出世嘅嬰兒嘅超聲波嘅片，所以嗰陣時咧一直以嚟咧，我哋都一直都好高興喺呢度嘅話咧就我祝我嘅外孫馬益強快高長大健康平安，同埋咧祝各位羊年洋洋得意。喜氣洋洋再次各位多謝各位來賓嚟參加我哋嘅馬益強嘅百歲宴，多謝。
Right, thank you. Anybody else who want to come up and share any more of your thoughts? If not, then Is it time to do the trivia answer reveal? Have you guys all filled out your trivia sheets? No? Yes? I'm not getting any nods. Did you guys fill it out? Okay. So let's check out your sheets, and then we can go over the right answers for this portion. I personally thought it was hard, so I have the answer key, so I'm glad I didn't have to do it. All right. So for the first portion of the trivia, we have the multiple choice section. Question number 1. What language does the name Weston originate from? The correct answer is B, English. Question number 2. What does the Weston's Chinese name Yiqiang mean? Because I guess if you had been paying attention to Eric's speech earlier, you should have gotten the right answer. The correct answer is C, 100 million strength. Question number 3. According to Chinese astrology, Weston was born the year of the C, green wooden horse. I'm hearing a lot of ahs. Did you guys get it wrong? Question number 4. What is the name of Weston's first restaurant? The correct answer is A, Bursa. Yeah, got some people kind of right. Question number 5. What's the longest hours uninterrupted nap that Weston has had so far? Well, being a baby, it's hard to have a long nap, but the answer is D, 8 hours. Yeah. And this one is interesting. Number 6. What's the maximum number of minutes that Weston has spent eating in a day? The correct answer is C, 254 minutes. Jacalyn, do you keep a timer when you're feeding? All right. So flip over to the next section, part 2 of the trivia, which is the true or false. Question number 8. Weston and his dad share the same middle name. The answer is true. Good. And question number 9. Weston has more clothes than his dad. The answer is actually false. Even though Weston is lucky when he's been showered with, spoiled, pampered by all their friends and family with all the clothes, but Eric is such a fashionista that Weston just couldn't compete. I'm sorry. Just kidding. Number 10, Weston and his mom share the same expected due date, November 30th. That's true. Yeah. What a coincidence, huh? Number 11, Weston's parents were born within a month. The answer is true. Number 12, Weston's grandparents were all born within 100 days. The answer is false. That's kind of tough. You have 4 grandparents to be within 3 months of each other. Number 13, Weston's grandpas were born a day apart. The answer is true. Yeah. The last question, 2 of Weston's great-grandpas, wow, going back, to share the same Chinese first name. The answer is also true. That's a lot of coincidences. Yeah, very good. I thought it was a little bit tough, but did anybody get a perfect score, 14 out of 14? Oh, not the family. Anybody else besides the family got it correct? 14 out of 14? How about 13 out of 14? 12 out of 14? Oh, what? 12 out of 14? Congrats! Good job, good job. What's the prize, Jacalyn? Okay, all right, so we could go over to get the award later. Thank you. Is that done? Okay, good. Thank you guys for participating. I hope you learned lots of interesting trivia about Weston. And And I think around this time, and we still have about 15 more minutes to the end of the event closure. So please continue to enjoy the delicious food. And before, I think maybe about 20 minutes or so, I'll come back later to kind of announce the closing. But just continue to enjoy each other's company. And thank you for participating. And thanks for coming. All right.